Hello, my dear students, good morning. Students, as you are well known to the fact that we have learnt the first main three topics, namely the tenses, the voices and the modals, which are the parts of the most important section of English grammar called integrated grammar, integrated English grammar. So now today in this our lecture we are going to learn the next topic, okay, and this the topic is also included in your syllabus. The name of this topic is subject verb agreement. What is the name of this topic? Subject verb agreement. Maybe you may have learnt this the topic in the previous examination also. So let's start learning this the topic subject verb agreement. So before I start writing the definition of this topic subject verb agreement or subject verb concord, I would like to define it firstly in my voice orally. So dear students, you know that a correct relation, subject verb agreement is the name of a topic. Subject verb agreement is the name of such a topic which shows the correct relation between the verb, between the subject and the verb, between the subject and the verb. If there is no correct relation between the two terms in the statement in a sentence, so there will be definitely conflict between the subject and the verb, and the sentence will be considered totally grammatically incorrect. So my dear students, this topic though this topic is not so difficult, but we will have to take care of each and everything, and we will have to learn all the rules quite sincerely. So let's start learning this topic. The name of this topic is, first of all I would like to write here integrated grammar. Okay, INTEGRATED, integrated grammar. GRAMMAR, integrated grammar. Okay, this is the backbone of any language. Integrated grammar, everything depends on it. So now the name of the topic is, topic which we are going to start at this time is subject, 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 verb, 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 agreement, 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 subject verb agreement, subject verb agreement. What is the name of the topic? Subject verb agreement. Okay, keep it in your mind. So first of all, when we start learning any topic, we should have the knowledge about its definition. So first of all, we should come to know what the topic is. Okay, so first point starts here with the definition. So question number first, or the definition, what is a subject verb agreement? Or you may write a definition, DEFINITION, definition. What is the definition? What is the definition? Okay, the subject verb agreement is the subject verb agreement is a topic which relates the correct relation between the subject and a verb in a sentence, in a statement, in a sentence. You may also define it in other ways. the correct relation or agreement between a subject and a verb is the correct relation or agreement between a subject and a verb is defined as the subject verb concord CONCORD or agreement. This is the definition. So now you can write any one of these two definitions, and after writing the definition you should also underline it with the help of a pencil. If you can do it, no matter. Again I tell you here, again I explain the definition here for your better understanding, so that you can know about the definition of this topic in better way. It is the subject verb agreement. As you can see here, by its name we can know about its definition. Agreement between the subject and verb. There should be correct relation. Suppose the subject is he, so what helping verb, what verb should be placed after the subject he? It is to be checked by us. It is to be noted by us, checked by us. If there is no correct relation between the subject and verb, so it means the sentence will be called incorrect. So now main rules or basic rules. Basic rules, RULES. What are the basic rules? I would like to tell you here. Rule number 1. Rule number 1. What does this rule number 1 say to us? If a subject is followed by the words like as well as, first word, besides, second word, apart from, third word, along with, fourth word, including, comprising, or any other first form plus ing with in addition to together with after together with beta we, if we find here the presence of past participle which is written in third form, which is known as past participle. whenever you find the presence of this past participle soon after any subject, so the same thing is to be followed as I have discussed here in this rule. So now I tell you here, if a subject or any subject is followed, you may write here if any subject A and Y, if any subject is followed by the words like, okay, in other words, if you find any subject followed by any one of these all words, I mean to say, if you find the presence of any one of these all words which I have written here, which we have read here after the subject, okay, so then you will have to treat this the subject of the main subject which I have written here. If any subject is followed by the words like, as well as, besides, apart from, along with, including, comprising, present participle form, with, in addition to, together with, third, past participle, it should be treated. It means this the subject should be treated as the main subject, and the verb or helping verb should be used according to its nature. Okay. So here I have put in an example. Ravina, as well as her friends, is intelligent student. Okay, is an intelligent student. I am sorry. So now I have written here the subject Ravina, and the second subject is, has been written by me here, her friends. So these the two nouns have been put together by me. Okay, connecting with the word as well as. So this is the word as well as you can see here. This is the word as well as. Okay. As well as is already written here. So now, dear students, as you can see here the main subject is Ravina, and as per the nature of this subject Ravina, since the subject Ravina is singular, so then I have used here the helping verb is. So now I take one more example. Okay, kindly take. Suppose I write here, okay, they all. So what is the nature of this subject, they all? Okay, what is the nature of this subject? Okay. So now, as you can see here, the nature of this subject is here in plural form, they all. Okay, and now I write here, they all together with, they all together with Roma, and I give you the blank space. I put here the blank space. But I think you are not taking interest. If you are taking interest, kindly try to understand this the sentence. They all, in the beginning of the statement I have put here the subject they all using the pronoun they. So this the word they always represents the plural nouns. Okay, so they all together with Roma. Okay, and now I have put here the blank space. Okay, to see me every day. So now I want to know from your side whether you would like to put here come or comes. Whether you, as you can see here, जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर कि जो ब्लैंक स्पेस मार्क किया हुआ है ना बेटा, ये ब्लैंक स्पेस, इस ब्लैंक स्पेस से जस्ट पहले यहाँ पर आपको एक शब्द दिखाई पड़ रहा है, रोमा. क्या दिखाई दे रहा है? रोमा. एंड रोमा, you know it works here as the second subject, as a noun here. Here you find two subjects. First is here they all, and the second is here Roma. And between these two subjects, as you can see here, जैसे कि आपको दिखाई दे रहा है यहाँ पर, you also find the presence of this the word together with. Okay, so this the word together with has been put here between these two nouns. So now what has been explained by me in this first rule? So I have explained here, whenever we find any one of these all words, just after the first subject, or between any two subjects, so the first subject will be considered as the main subject. तो हमें इस सब्जेक्ट को नहीं देखना, क्योंकि हम इन सभी शब्दों की प्रेजेंस यहाँ पर जब देखते हैं किन्हीं दो सब्जेक्ट्स के बीच में जब हमें ये शब्द मिलते हैं प्रयोग किए हुए, तो हम यानी कि पहले वाले सब्जेक्ट की बात कर रहे हैं. यहाँ पर कौन से सब्जेक्ट की बात करें बेटे? पहले वाले सब्जेक्ट की. पहले वाला सब्जेक्ट क्या है यहाँ पर? दे. तो यहाँ पर आपका आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? कम, नॉट कम्स. और जनरली ऐसा देखा जाता है कि स्टूडेंट जो है ना ब्लैंक स्पेस के साथ में लिखे हुए सब्जेक्ट को सब्जेक्ट मान करके और जो है ना इस प्रकार से वो अपना आंसर ये भर देता है, जबकि वो गलत होता है। लेकिन ये कंडीशन केवल इन शब्दों के साथ में ही है। यदि ये शब्द नहीं लगे हुए हों तब फिर आपको अपना सेंटेंस अलग हिसाब से पढ़ना होगा। इन दैट केस यू विल हैव टू टेक द सेंटेंस इन सम अदर वे। ओके, सो नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू राइट हियर वन मोर एग्जांपल, वन मोर रूल, सेकंड रूल here for the subject verb agreement. So here the rule number second, RULE, rule number 2. Okay, what does this rule number 2 say to us? देखिए, when, okay, when both the nouns in any statement, sentence are connected with the linker and, okay, and the nouns are preceded by some article, like a, an or the. Okay, we should take or consider both the nouns in plural and put the verbs or helping verbs accordingly. Now I put an example. The teacher and the clerk. The teacher and the clerk. So here you can see here in this statement I have used here this is the noun the teacher. और बेटे इस द टीचर नाउन से पहले क्या लगा हुआ है? आर्टिकल द लगा हुआ है। ठीक है, अगले एंड से कनेक्ट हो रही दोनों नाउन्स, ये नाउन भी ये नाउन भी। दिस इज द फर्स्ट नाउन, दिस इज द सेकंड नाउन, दिस इज द फर्स्ट सब्जेक्ट, दिस इज द सेकंड सब्जेक्ट। वी फाइंड हियर द कंजक्शन, वी फाइंड हियर द लिंकर एंड बिटवीन दिस टू nouns. The clerk. As you can see here, I have also used here the article the. आर्टिकल द भी आ सकता है, आर्टिकल ए भी आ सकता है, आर्टिकल एन भी आ सकता है, लेकिन यहाँ पर हमने आर्टिकल द का प्रयोग किया है दोनों नाउन्स के साथ में। जब आपको कोई दो नाउन्स इस प्रकार से, मैं आपको हिंदी में इसलिए पढ़ा रहा हूँ ताकि आपको समझ में आ जाए नियम। देखो, जब कभी भी कोई दो नाउन्स एंड कंजक्शन से जुड़ी हुई हो, व्हेन एनी टू नाउन्स आर कनेक्टेड विद दिस कंजक्शन एंड बोथ द नाउन्स आर प्रीसीडेड, प्रीसीड का मतलब होता है पहले, पूर्ववर्ती शब्द क्या होता है। बोथ द नाउन्स आर प्रीसीडेड बाय सम आर्टिकल, जैसे आर्टिकल यहाँ पर द है, ए भी आ सकता था, एन भी लगा सकते हैं, वो तो वर्ड के हिसाब से लगाना पड़ेगा, सेंटेंस फॉर्मेशन के हिसाब से। सो बोथ द नाउन्स आर टेकन आज कंसिडर्ड एज ए पार्ट ऑफ द प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट। दोनों नाउन्स मिलकर के क्या बन जाएंगे? प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट बन जाएंगे। ऐसा हमेशा नहीं होता है, ये इस केस में ऐसा हो रहा है, बाकी अगले केस में कुछ अलग भी होगा। देखिए, सो द टीचर एंड द क्लर्क. Okay, now I will put here the blank space and I would like to write here gone out. So here are the options. What is the option here? Has and have. So you will say, sir, we will use here, we will put here the helping verb have because the two subjects have been connected with the conjunction and. So here the answer will be here have. Okay, but the different rule, the next rule here, RULE, rule number 3. Rule number 3 says, if both the nouns are not preceded by the same article but only the first noun, but only the first first noun is preceded preceded by any article, the subject should be considered as a singular noun, as a singular one. कैसे? Look at me. Here is an example. The teacher and clerk now dash gone out. The same example has been repeated by me here. The teacher and clerk. So here the students, the noun is the teacher and the second noun is clerk. But here in this before the second noun we do not find here the presence of any article. देखो भाई, ऊपर वाले में the teacher, the clerk, नीचे वाले में the teacher, फिर क्लर्क, दा नहीं लगा रखा है यहाँ पर मैंने। यानी जब दूसरी नाउन से पहले कोई आर्टिकल नहीं आता है और पहली नाउन के साथ में आर्टिकल लगा करके और कोई दूसरी नाउन उसके साथ जोड़ दी जाती है तो दोनों नाउन जो लग रही हैं वो एक ही व्यक्ति के लिए प्रयोग हो रही है बेटा, एक ही व्यक्ति के लिए प्रयोग हो रही है, एक ही व्यक्ति के बारे में बता रही है। यानी जो व्यक्ति टीचर है वो व्यक्ति क्लर्क का काम भी करता है, तो इसलिए इन दोनों के लिए एक ही नाउन का, इन दोनों को एक ही सब्जेक्ट मानेंगे और यहाँ पर हम क्या लगा देंगे, हैज गॉन आउट। सो हियर थ्रू दिस एग्जांपल यू से दैट द पर्सन हु वर्क्स एज ए टीचर हु ऑल्सो वर्क्स एज ए क्लर्क, एक जो व्यक्ति एक टीचर का भी काम करता है और क्लर्क का भी काम करता है वो व्यक्ति बाहर चला गया है किसी काम के लिए। तो यहाँ पर द टीचर शब्द जो लग रहा है और यहाँ पर क्लर्क से पहले मैंने कोई आर्टिकल नहीं लगाया, तो इसका मतलब जो पहली नाउन के साथ में आर्टिकल लगा दिया, दूसरे नाउन के साथ कोई आर्टिकल आप नहीं देखते, तो दोनों नाउन्स जो होती हैं, दोनों जो प्रोफेशन जो दिखाई दे रहे हैं ये किसी एक ही व्यक्ति के लिए आ रहे हैं। कि दो कलर हैं तो वो कलर किसी एक ही जानवर के लिए, एक ही व्यक्ति के लिए आएंगे। ठीक है, तो अब हम अगले पार्ट पर कुछ अगले रूल्स नेक्स्ट रूल पढ़ेंगे। ठीक है, तो इसमें इतना ही काफ़ी है और अब अगले लेक्चर में आपको अगले रूल्स पढ़ाए जाएंगे। थैंक यू।